what the story was and what it meant to not only myself but to everyone. I just knew, and I just shortly before that, having worked numerous years directing TV, I knew I was ready for my first film, and I prayed about it, and I just really wanted something with integrity and something that meant something and that I could really stand behind and be proud of. Even though I want to do commercial films and comedy and all that, but I just knew that I wanted something that I could, you know, really walk away from at the end of the day and just be really, really happy with. And a couple weeks after that was when I got that phone call. And I went and met with him on my way driving down. I live in LA right now, so driving down to Santa Monica to where I was going to meet with George, and I'm all excited, you know. I had my music going on in the car, pumping, like I was getting excited, getting amped up, and all good. And got on the elevator, walked up, went to the receptionist desk, and I was like, I'm here to meet George. It was all went out the window. It was crazy. Like, my whole composure just melted. And I just started trembling. I just could not stop shaking. It was crazy. I was like trying to text people like to just throw my mind away from like what I was doing. I couldn't type a sentence. It was crazy. I was like, and they was, you want some water? Sure. But it was funny. So, you know, that came from being sought, and I think what happened was he and his, you know, people saw The Wire, and knowing the ensemble of the show and dealing with all the characters and knowing how to deal with the story and character and all that stuff, knew that anyone came from that background or could handle this. And it was a series of meetings. It started with that first meeting, and a day or so later, I got a call saying that you're on the short list. And at that time, I didn't have the script yet. They had it under lock and key, and I think I got that call. They're gonna send the script on Wednesday. I had to fly to the Skywalker Ranch on Friday and have a pitch meeting. Never done a pitch meeting before. Another time, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna prove to George Lucas, or tell him, or you know, let him know that I was the best thing for the job? And it was talking with a friend of mine, an actor, Wendell Pierce, and from the first time I got the call, and I called Wendell back, I was like, I gotta, you know, I'm going for a pitch meeting. I was like, but I don't know what to do. Like, what am I gonna, you know, I've never pitched anything before. And he said, man, you know what to do. And I was like, what do you mean? And as an AD, you are the pretty much, you're the chief. You have to schedule, run all the meetings, and really, you're the backbone of everything, and really kind of pushing, you know, you're like the crew captain. And he said, well, go run that meeting like you run a production meeting. That was God telling him to tell me. The light bulb came on. Okay, got it. Thank you. And I prepared. At that moment, I basically spent the next 48 hours up, because I was working on Heroes at the time, and that was the first episode that I'd done for them. And that was important because I was, you know, bird in hand. I'm doing that right then. So I basically would prep all day at Heroes, stay up all night, doing story notes and character breakdowns and storyboards and, you know, everything that I was putting into my pitch material to take to them. And I got on a 5-something flight, flew up. I requested the first meeting because I was still doing, Heroes let me go out to take the meeting. And I went, flew up to the ranch, had the meeting, came back, and was just sweating bullets. And then a couple weeks later, I found out that they hired me for the job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.